A very satanic Christmas, complete with Christian butter. Tastes delicious. Tastes like eggnog. The Satanic Temple, or TST for short, has sparked controversy this Christmas season with their unique holiday displays, including a Satanic-themed Christmas tree in Wisconsin Museum and a Baphomet figure in the Iowa State Capitol. The tree, as part of the National Railroads Museum Animal Festival in Osh- Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin. There's a lot of Wisconsin towns with weird ass names. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to pronounce that. Features blood red lighting, pentagrams, and a Hail Santa. Hail Santa ornament playing on the phrase Hail Satan. This display, along with a gender diversity themed tree, with like little protect trans kid like ornaments, grew criticism from Wisconsin Republican Representative Mike Gallagher, who expressed deep offense to Christians. This is insane. This is insane. This man, he comparing it to, quote, waving a Hamas flag inside a synagogue.
Wait, what?
This fits under break with reality level. Yeah. Yeah. You heard it here first, guys. Gallagher also accused the museum of propagating woke ideology and, quote, offensive upside down cultural propaganda. Despite the criticism, the museum CEO, Jacqueline Frank, defended their decision, emphasizing the museum's secular nature and commitment to diversity. Similarly, in Iowa, the Satanic Temple's Baphomet display at the state capitol has been met with disapproval from Pastor Joel Tenney, who vowed to hold the responsible parties accountable. The Iowa Department of Administrative Services stated that the TST followed all guidelines for the display. The Satanic Temple, known for satirizing religion and advocating for issues like abortion rights and opposing corporal punishment, does not worship Satan, but uses the figure as a symbol for a rebellion against religious oppression. So this is hilarious to me. Armin, if you scroll down, on Twitter, there's a video, yes, right there, that I want to play. This is, I mean, it's just so funny.
The really shame of it is, Sean, every year the National Railroad Museum does something very interesting and cool and fun for kids, which is they do a big screening of Polar Express, and you're surrounded by all the trains, and it's a cool, fun thing to take your kids to. But now I wouldn't take my kids to it. Now I don't want them to be surrounded by satanic trees. The local reporting has been insufficient. So the whole thing is absurd. And I would say one final thing. Conservatives are often accused of launching a culture war or focusing or fixating on cultural issues. But here is a perfect example of how that's not what's happening. What's happening is we're just trying to defend basic traditions or defend our children in the midst of these basic traditions from the encroachment of woke ideology or offensive, upside down cultural propaganda. And so the whole thing is a shame. I thought that Northeast Wisconsin was at least immune to something that you might see in New York or California, but we need to be vigilant as parents.
Well,
the really shame of it.
The funny thing is you don't, the TST is not this active in New York or California. That's the funny thing. And I love how he's like, they accuse us of only focusing on the culture war, but let me tell you why that's wrong by telling you exactly why this is all about the culture war. And it's true. I'm like, yeah, Republicans, could you advance like maybe a more thorough economic policy? Like, well, literally, what are you advancing besides culture war? That's just a side
what has
note.
this got to do with wokeism? He mentioned that we are trying to protect ourselves from wokeism. Like, what does this got to do with that?
So the tree was gender diversity themed.
Ah, okay.
So
that's not wokeism.
There were a few little trans flags on it, and a few things that said like protect trans kids.
Okay, that's not wokeism. That's just trans rights. That's just defending trans. Can people understand that wokeism is people have to understand the difference between liberalism and wokeism. Okay, defending trans people is not wokeism. Okay, wokeism is something else. I just wanted to mention that. Oh, you read this one from.
Yes, D brings up a very good point, saying you can sign up for free membership on the Satanic Temple's website and you get monthly newsletters telling you what they're up to. If you want to go follow some satanic shenanigans.
That's pretty cool. And also, all right, so we got a super chat from Gajan. You want to read this one?
Gage American, thank you for the super chat saying we should have permanent Christmas bonsais instead of unaliving new trees every year, then exchange ornaments for every holiday.
Ooh.
I actually kind of like this idea.
By the way, I got D had highlighted some good comments here because he said that parents need to be vigilant. And this comment that D highlighted for us is saying, I am so vigilant as a parent. My daughter is a member of the temple. What is it? TST, the Satanic Temple?
Yeah.
Forbid she has to be subject to these hateful Christians. Wait.
Oh, meaning like forbid.
Right?
Forbid.
Oh, okay. Yes. That's true. That's a good answer. I think it's a wonderful looking tree. Yeah, it's a red tree. It looks good. Didn't Trump's wife had a similar tree for Christmas, didn't she? Melania. What is Trump's?
What do you mean it looked wife? Red and satanic?
Yes, Christmas.
Wait, how do you know that? Why would you ever know that?
Oh yeah, here. Because it became such a big, it looked very satanic. Here are the trees.
Whoa.
Here's how she decorated the White House. This is how do you say her name? Melania.
Melania.
Melania Trump. This is how she decorated the White House on Christmas. Does that not look satanic?
That looks pretty like cool. Something out of Dr. Seuss.
This is what she did for Christmas.
Whoa. Wait, scroll down. I saw. Wait, yeah. They had scroll down. Look at the Trump versus Biden.
Because the first lady gets
Who's
to decorate.
Satanic now, huh?
Yeah, I know. Did you know that it's the first lady that gets to decorate the White House for Christmas and other holidays? So that's what she went with. Yeah. So, see, I know stuff.
Oh my God, I'm so Catholic brained. I was like, see, this is the difference between Catholics and Protestants.
Hey, you guys, Catholics are the one who literally focus on drinking blood and eating the body as if it's a literal thing. So don't tell me the Protestants are satanic. That's the most satanic thing you could do. No, we got another super chat. Let's read. Yeah. Benny.
Oh, yes. Benny is saying people in different contexts use woke differently. That's why I asked you about it before. U.S. Republicans use woke as anything supporting human rights for LGBT especially. Yeah, exactly.
This is why we keep having to change the words that we use because these far-right people keep ruining it. Like, we every time we have a word for these, crazy leftists, we don't want to condemn the entirety of the left, so we come up with a label for it, and then now we end up some of these crazy right-leaning people start using it, and then becomes cringe because they label the entirety of the left with it, and then we have to keep reinventing the word and coming up with something else. Yeah,
which is why a lot of like real ass classical liberals have moved away from using woke because it has just been.
What's the new word now?
How wokeness makes words meaningless because of its postmodern root. The term woke, fulfilling its cultural heritage, has itself become meaningless.
Yeah. So tell me if we are getting rid of woke because of right-leaning people ruining it, tell me what the new word is for us to call illiberal leftists who are not communists, basically.
Idiots.
Okay.
Who are not communists. Well, they're also idiots.
Is cultural Marxist to right-leaning as well? Because that's
it's not accurate. There's a distinction between so-called cultural Marxism and the postmodern tradition from which what we now see evolved.
Okay.
And also it's used as a dog whistle, so I don't like to use that.
Whenever you have the liberal meeting that all the liberals come up with words, just let me know. Tell me what the last memo says about what word we're using to describe these people, and I will go with that one.
Should we go back to some regressive left?
Regressive left. Yeah, okay. Regressive left. That's pretty good. I like that. But the problem is that we have another group that are regressive leftists, which are communists. So if we're saying regressive left, are we not including the commies? So the commies are one form of regressive left. This
Why would we not
cultural. Because there are different brand of left that are regressive. There's an economic regressive left, and there's a cultural regressive left.
They're both economic steps away from full-blown mental index max. So
yeah, but one of them have bad. Yeah. Okay, but again, one of them has bad economic ideas. The other one has bad cultural ideas. So they're not this. There's
a high degree of crossover.
Yes, I agree.
Because they both generally want a deconstruction of.
I will call them culturally regressive leftists, and I will call the commies economically regressive leftists. Here are my words for it. This is my invention. If you have other suggestions for your names for them, leave them in the comment. The comments help us boost the channel. Oh, we got a whole bunch of more super chat. Oh no, it's just the same ones. No, we got one more super chat from Sid. Let's read this one.
Sid is saying, I saw a video of Israeli settlers harassing Palestinians, and it made me very sad, emotional. The settlers look so evil. I support Israel, but I can't support Israeli settlements. Oh, I mean, the settlements in the West Bank are a huge problem. So violate that, that's a full-blown violation of international law. There's
and those settlers in the West Bank, they be crazy, okay? They are insane, not all of them, but they're insane religious nut jobs, and they're extremely violent. There's no contradiction between you calling that out and being pro-Israel. Like, for example, I'm pro-United States. Does that mean that United States doesn't have idiots in it that are radicals? Obviously, they have. You don't have to. Being pro-Israel does not require you to dismiss any act of evil that happens within Israel. Of course, they have crappy people. Every country has crappy people. You don't have to support a country only if it has no evil people in it. Because if that was the condition, then you wouldn't be able to support any country.
Well, people might say that it is necessary to support Israel, because from literally a geographical perspective, Israel needs to hold on to those settlements for dear life so that they can prevent tactical.
I understand that point. I understand that point when it comes to having the high ground. And if you didn't have that high ground, you would be able to just come to Tel Aviv and take over it like that. Yeah, I understand that point. But these settlers, okay, that's not why they're there for, okay?
That's true.
Even if there was a point, these settlers, they're religious nut jobs. They're evil, and they're pretty violent. Even if there was a legitimate point to make for whatever settlements, for being there, these are not good people. And I know they're not good people, okay? I am pro-Israel, and I say that.
We got some more super chats. Okay. The guy is saying, guys, I'm working on a digital international atheist museum. Interesting. I have digitally scanned artifacts, but need atheist artists interested too. Do you know of some? Hey, well, Sakai, please message me about more information about this so I can give you more specified suggestions, because I could probably reach out to a few people, but I need to understand the vision here. You know what I'm saying?
Also, get us in touch with that publication that you mentioned. Maybe Susanna could write for them.
No, I'm 90% sure I've spoken to one of their founders.
Okay, well, encourage Susanna, message Susanna, and encourage her to do something about that. Okay, because I've been trying.
An open call to peer pressure, Susanna.
Peer pressure. Let's pressure to Susanna into writing or do more articles.
Sid Dave gave another super chat. Whoops. saying they stole goats, cows from those poor Palestinians. The poor Palestinian family was totally displaced and forced to leave. It was just so sad.
Yeah. I've seen documentaries on those people, and there is some really violent, horrible behavior from some of those settlers out there. And there's no contradiction. There is no contradiction in condemning that and supporting Israel. There's no contradiction in that.
Yeah, in fact,
I support Israel.
A lot better off if we had pulled out. Well,
yes. Well, at least the settlers, at least a different kind of people being there. Anyways, I'm not going to get into all of that. By the way, we support Palestine as well. We support Israel and Palestine, and those are Palestinians, and we support them, and we want them to have the best life. So, there's no contradiction between supporting Israel and supporting Palestine, even though Palestine is not a nation state, is not a country, but it is a place, and where people live there, and we support them. We want the best for them. Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.